Hey everybody, it's Father Scott coming to you from a little workstation, things that I have to do to keep the house going over here. So, fifth Sunday in Ordinary Time. And it's hard to believe that it's already February, but as the old Latin says, tempus fugit, time flies, and it is. So I want to begin with the Gospel, St. Mark. On leaving the synagogue, Jesus entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Simon's mother-in-law lay sick with a fever. They immediately told him about her. He approached, grasped her hand, and helped her up. Then the fever left her, and she waited on them. When it was evening after sunset, they brought to him all who were ill or possessed by demons. The whole town was gathered at the door. He cured many who were sick with various diseases, and he drove out many demons, not permitting them to speak, because they knew him. Rising very early before dawn, he left and went off to a deserted place where he prayed. Simon and those who were with him pursued him, and on finding him said, "Everyone is looking for you." He told them, "Let us go to the nearby villages, that I may preach there also. For this purpose have I come." So he went into their synagogues, preaching and driving out demons throughout the whole of Galilee. The Gospel of the Lord. Well, a powerful gospel that, we've heard it before. Sometimes I think we forget it, but there is Jesus and his disciples, those that he called early to be his followers, and he goes in and deals with one of their mother-in-laws and restores her to health, and she immediately begins to wait on them. And some would argue things have not changed. That's always the way it is, but that's where we find ourselves today in the gospel. And Jesus, I think, refocuses everything when he says to the disciples at the end of today's selection that is presented to us, "For this purpose have I come, to preach the gospel." That's his purpose. And if we're his disciples, then you and I are called to imitate the master. And Jesus is the master, and we are his disciples. So we're constantly learning. As we fast approach the great season of Lent, I'm reminded that in the Rule of St. Benedict, we hear the opening words, "Listen, my son," or "my daughter, and I will teach you," And for you and me today, as we put ourselves at the feet of Jesus, because we're his disciples, he's going to teach us and feed us with the things that we need for salvation, for understanding, to know his way and his truth and his life. All of those things are going to be provided if we but place ourselves in a kind of a receptive mode to receive all that he's going to bestow upon us. So here we are again, the fifth Sunday in Ordinary Time. And again, time is marching on. And hopefully you're staying healthy out there, doing the things that you have to do, disinfecting and all those good things, but watching out for one another and being about the kingdom of God, preaching the good news. First, by what we do and by what we say. So, kind of short message this weekend. Stay healthy, watch out for one another, watch out for the less fortunate, maybe in your neighborhoods or maybe in your families. Continue to keep an eye out for, those that may need assistance of some sort. And until we meet again, God's blessing on you and your family this day. Take care.